Good morning. Today is first day of fall, September 22nd, I think. Air temperature is 76. Water temperature is 73. But it's cold to the touch. It was 58 degrees this morning, but it'll be hot this afternoon. I'm fishing today on the South Fork of the Guadalupe around Lynx Haven. It's hard fishing. Lots of ruts. Rocks are slippery as snot on a doorknob. It's hard fishing, but sometimes big fish get stupid and bite. It's worth the trip a couple times a year. I'm fishing today with a bamboo rod I found on eBay. Blank was made by Tim Zetak, and I bought it for a couple $100. And then that was 20 something years ago, and I was building rods and I finished it out, wrapped the guides and varnished it, made the grip and all that. But it came with real flimsy tips. I even broke a tip just putting it away in the bag. So I sent it back to Tim, and he rebuilt the tips. And it's real stout. And it's basically a Leonard 48 DF, kind of on steroids. It'll catch anything I fish for in Texas. You kind of pull stumps with it on the weekends. Got my camouflage shirt on. I should have no trouble getting my limit today. I'm fishing today with a Haida creek crawler. It's a smooth bottom, and I've got an intermediate sinking line, 1 inch a second. It's a Rio camouflage, about a 4-foot fluorocarbon leader. And I cast it out and let the fly sink to the bottom. There's a little current. A floating line would catch in the current and drag the fly, but the line sinks to the bottom and fly stays put. Then you wait for the bass to come by to bite it. That's the theory. Got him. Oh, there's a big one. Big one missed it. There, good one. Oh, it's a big one following the little one. That's life. I guess that's a 3 or 4 pound bass right there. It could be a female with her male. You never know. Sometimes big ones just see what the little ones are eating. It's the damnedest thing I've ever seen. That Haida creek crawler. You catch it in the roof of the mouth, and they seldom jump off. Let's see what happens. Got this Swimmin Jimmy I'm going to try. It's about as big as a young chicken. I paid about $10 for it, and the dang eyes are glued shut. That's what you get for nowadays. Anyway, it happens. I made a bunch of these. It's about an 1/8 inch dowel. I cut in about 1 inch long. I round over the ends with a sandpaper. I'd bore a hole in it and I put in a sharp sewing needle and put epoxy in it, and it's good for undoing knots. It takes two, but with two of them you can do any kind of knot there is. And it's good for opening the eyes of a fly. And it also floats, because I've dropped them before. The metal ones go to the bottom. This one floats. Also on this Swimmin Jimmy, there's no room up front by the hook eye to lasso your loop around, so I stick a needle in there and lasso the needle. Then I draw down on it. Look at all those fish right in front of my feet. Oh, look at that big, big largemouth mouth. I got that big one. 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 Oh, oh, I got that big one. He's got power. Hey, snapped it. He unhooked. I switched to this olive Haida creek crawler. It's easy to see when you're sight fishing. It's dark and shows up better. Well, I guess the fishing's over. This is the last video I'm going to post for a while. I might do one next week on Llano River, but ratings aren't very good. Nobody seems to give a damn. Get a few viewers and nobody likes or dislikes or makes a comment. Google looks at that, and if you don't get a like, they give you a dislike. And that's not very encouraging to go to all this trouble. So we'll see what happens.